Alright. I'm back at it again. So, to recap. to do a quick recap, I did stop playing this game again. Not because of burnout, literally just because I had an exam come up, and I wanted to focus on that. That exam finished about 2 weeks ago now, and if I'm being honest, I would have gotten back to playing this game sooner, but I wanted to finish the Hina game. That was it. I wanted to finish the Hina game, and that was the main thing, stopping me from coming back at that point. So, now we are fully back with 18. I have not practiced in a while. I did, like, when I was, like, actually done with my exam, or when I first finished it, I actually did do a little bit of offline practice, and then I was like, man, like, I need to get the motivation back to play right now, because if I'm being honest, I don't have a ton of motivation to keep grinding 18. So I need to actually play to get it back. And it's gonna be rough for a while. I am out of practice. This game is not easy. It was never easy. And I've gotta keep playing it until, like, I can get even slightly more consistent at it again. It's not for me. Also, I cannot read what you're saying right now, but I see you in the chat, Nabeka. Hello. How you doing? How goeth it? I will read your message in a tick. 1 tick, 2 tick, 3 tick, however many ticks it takes. There will eventually be 1 singular tick where I can read your message. It's common. It's simply a matter of time, and it's back at the fucking building again. It's like, please, Ivo. How do you know my middle name? Really is just I'm back in the fucking building again with this game, isn't it? I can never leave the building. This building has become my home. I don't have Marfa waiting for me. I don't care. I will just... This building is all I need. Ow! Fucking... Mike Gokuki or whatever is my wife. That's my wife right there. She's all I need. All runs lead back to Michael. Ow. Hang on, I gotta... To be fair, stage 1... If I play bad in stage 1, it's just because I'm playing bad. I have more than enough practice and knowledge on stage 1 to just do what I need to do, no matter what. But we might be stuck here for a bit. Depending. Again? Okay, stupid question, but if you had to choose one character from the... Look, okay, because I was thinking the joke of was it Mike is my wife? And it's just like, if you had to pick one character from this game to marry, who would it be? Who would you go with? I'm curious. I'm trying to think of who I'd even choose if I had a list. You have random cat girl. You have businesswoman. You have yeah, you have businesswoman like dressed in camo. You have the manifestation of my nightmares itself, followed by the manifestation of literal demons itself. You have lying fox girl. you have leader of like fucking one of the most powerful yokai in the region, and then you have funny rainbow girl. Or you have insider trading. You have the insider trader. Oh, we got news on the shmup front? Good news for once? Wait, which shmup? Touhou shmup or just shmups in general? Oh yeah, and then the last one you have is like, you have the girl who spends all day mining. Mining for, I don't know, diamonds or some shit. I forget what she's even looking for. She just loves to mine. I think she's just in it for the love of the game. I think that means she's just basically Steve. If you think about it, she's literally just Steve from the Mine of Craftif. Alright, there we go. Past stage 1. Okay. Hold on. All I got to read was for a bit of a backstory. I will read the backstory soon enough. Also, yeah, I guess I never answered my own question. Or my own weird hypothetical. God, I honestly don't know. I get that I'm the one who asked it, but I just... The more I think about it, the more dumb I'm starting to realize my own hypothetical is. You know what I mean? But I am the one who asked it. Honestly, Chimata is, like, hilarious. I don't know. I choose her. Shimada is very funny. Or at the very least, like, her design is sick. And with the right insider trading, I could get all of them. I could get just all of the stocks. I'd be rich, damn it. I'd be so rich. 1-0. Alright. Nice. Dodonpachi Saidaijo hasn't been playable in a good way on MAME for a very long time. And the only ways to play it outside of MAME was on Xbox 360. Too much input lag for a difficult game. Alright. And the Nintendo Switch version, which despite coming out several years later, still has the same input lag issue. Good old Nintendo Switch. For a very long time, there just hasn't been a good way to play it, but recently, since a few weeks ago I think, someone managed to decompile the 360 version, making it playable natively on PC without the use of any emulators. Oh, nice! So now we can play it on HD with high quality sound, decent slowdown, although it's the 360 slowdown rather than the arcade one, and a single frame of input lag. Yeah, I assume that's still not ideal. I feel like 1 frame of input lag in a shmup is still pretty bad, but that's nowhere near as bad as the other ones, I assume. I mean, to be fair, I guess a single frame wouldn't be that noticeable, though. Yeah, I guess the amount of times you're probably dying to not hitting a button within that single frame. If we're talking about, like, death bombing, that'd be really annoying, because death bombing is normally only, like, a handful of frames anyway. So it's like, you know, if we're talking about, like, 1 frame of lag in Touhou, it's like it brings down what would be like, say you want to def bomb an EOSD and you have like a 6-frame window to do that. Now instead of the default being 6 frames, it's 5 frames. Which hilariously EOSD kind of does natively by making the time between def bombs shorter every time you do it in a singular life, but still. Again, though, in general gameplay, I can't imagine you're dying or like, I can't imagine you die that much to one singular frame of lag. Zero frames of input lag is impossible with current technology. Oh, wait, really? I thought you could get it, like, under a frame. I know 0 is impossible, but it's like... I thought you could still get it to be under 1 frame. Maybe I'm Nah, I'm probably misremembering. I was thinking of, like, in terms of, like, milliseconds. Like, I know games have natively, like, you know, lag, because, like, it's impossible to not have lag between shit. But I mean, like... Nah, maybe I was just thinking in milliseconds terms and I was misremembering. Yeah, because I know, what was it? Or games like Street Fighter have like 4 frames of lag, right? Or Street Fighter 4 has 4 frames of lag. And then Street Fighter 8 is like ridiculous with like 8 frames of lag. Which like the difference between 4 and 8 is like gigantic. Like, or like you feel it when it's 8 frames of lag if you're used to playing like 4 frames. Also, hello Crown, how you doing? You have to be like 1 frame of input lag on 240 FPS, which is less than 1 frame on 60 FPS. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh yeah, no, if it's like, okay, if it's 1 frame on 240, okay, yeah, that changes a lot, actually. Yeah, I'm thinking in terms of 60. You are fine. You are doing better than Luna is in that GIF. Still doesn't go below 1 frame of input lag anywhere. Okay, never mind. I just didn't know how that worked then. That was me being unknowledged. Me being incredibly dumb. You're probably doing better. It's like, I don't know. I don't think Luna's doing too well in that clip. I don't think she's a very high bar to surpass. I feel like we should at least be sure we're doing better than her. That's like our minimum. Nice. Now, can I read good old Sanyers? Shit. A little bit of rough dodging, but I didn't hate my reading there. Or I didn't entirely hate it. I hated certain parts of it. I hated only certain parts of it, not all of it. Nice. Alright. Can I read good old Frozen Peas? Frozen Peas, my beloved. Nice. Very good, very good. By the way, unrelated... why did I pick there? I didn't deserve to live that. That was like the worst dodging decisions I ever could have made. In any case... Hold on, wait, I missed chat. Yesterday when playing Isaac, you got Irritable Bowel Syndrome and Cursed Eye on the same Jacob in Asau run? Asau. I don't... Wait. On the same Jacob and... Are those both bosses? I thought Jacob would be like a playable character. On this... We've gone from having to settle on suboptimal versions of Side Dojo to literally just having the unarguably best version of the game now. Yeah, that is sick. Maybe I should play that. Both from blind pedestals. It's like, spin the wheel. I have IBS. But for reference, so you can understand how good one frame is, that's what you should be playing on right now. Assuming nothing's wrong with your computer, giving you more input lag. Okay. I don't feel like I have input lag. Although, to be fair, I guess if I did, I wouldn't really know. But, yeah, okay. I mean, this game feels pretty well to control, so I imagine, yeah, so Side Dojo would also be, or whatever, however you pronounce the game, would also be good to, would also feel good to play. There's nothing wrong with your computer. Oh, yeah. They are playable characters. The gimmick said you play with both at once. Oh, really? Don't remember if the question was for the game specifically or Touhou in general. Kugasa/Sukasa. So you got both the Asas. I was asking for this game in particular. So Sukasa is your answer then. I just thought it was more interesting for this game because, like, I thought that question was more interesting for this game just because it's, like, you know, not a lot of the characters from this game are popular. I mean, like, you have a couple characters that people like, but no one where it's, like, you know, like, they're not really, like, competing for beloved spots with, like, some of the other characters, right? Yeah, you got a decent amount of characters in this game that are, like, fairly low. Or it's like, and it's not like anyone necessarily hates them, but it's just like, you know, the competition they have to go against is really steep. Especially when, you know, it's the 18th game in a series that has been going on for over 20 years. Okay. Nice. Thank you. Thank you, Sonya. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Fuck you, Sonya. You get my talismans. Ah, ah, ah! I got him. This isn't Gex. No, it's... And, nah, it's not, unfortunately. Listen, our main protagonist is green, though. Also, how you doing, Zoro-san? I need to play cave games so you can stop being an SCG LARPer. It's like, I've played at least one cave game. That means I'm no longer a LARPer. Right, guys? Right? Yeah. It's like, I played Rabby Ribby, my favorite SCG. Get a DOJ 1-all and you'll never be able to look at Touhou the same way again. I think I'd still like Touhou. Well, 1-all is just 1cc the first loop, right? Is that what it is? I don't understand the codes. You're a max level LARPer. You've been playing Side Dojo for a while on the recompiled version in the game. That game is hard as fuck. Oh, God. Okay, yeah, 1cc for the first round. Playing Fear and Hunger, nice. I think some friends tried to get me to play that one time, although I never have. I've never played the Fear and of the Hunger. Oh, you've only gotten to the stage 3 boss? Oh, Jesus. I do know Touhou is like an easier shmup, but like, God. Out of like 20 runs? Okay, I got, well, no, yeah, by 20 runs, I would expect to get farther than stage 3. God, that's brutal. Do you just not get lives in that game? Like, obviously, I mentioned the bullet patterns are pretty hard, but like... Well, also, what diff are you playing on, I realize? Because that could also... Like, are you playing on max? On the highest level diff? Yeah, I was not reading that well, by the way. This is, that's not a good precursor. That should have been pretty easy to read. Unfortunately, I do not read. I don't. That's not who I am at heart. Wow, that was actually just a really free yellow rice pattern. That shit was hella free. I misread that. Whoops. Why don't you give me your shaman? Nope, nope, nope. I misread. Hella misread. I'm in pain. Wait. I may have needed to move a little too fast there. I don't know where the yin yang is. I can't see the yin yang. Where's the yin yang? Okay. Get right here. What's up next? Okay. Very, very scuffed stage 4. I got a fucking yellow rice cap, and then nothing else went well. The yellow rice cap was like the one good thing I did. Oh, there are no difficulties? Oh. You're on the second game right now, and there's something especially liberating about the fact that you can actually fight back against the enemies unlike the original. Wait, they made a second one? I didn't know there were 2 fears and hungers. I thought there was just the fear and the hunger. Pretty much every Dodonpachi, for that matter, if you start with 2 lives and get 2 score extends, with a hidden one being on stage 4, I think. So you get 5 lives. For how many stages? 6, I would assume? There are no difficulties. Just boot up the game and go. It's the same difficulty for everyone all the time. Well, I guess that is cool then. Makes it more... They can balance the game exactly around the experience they want. Not really because of rank, but you don't decide how much rank you get to play on. Well, I assume rank works like older Touhou games, where it's like the longer you go without dying, the harder the game gets until you die. 5 stages, but holy 5 stages. It's like the most ridiculous 5 stages you've ever seen in your life. But again, yeah, I think you had mentioned though, like, less RNG compared to Touhou, right? So it's like you only have 5 lives, the stages are incredibly difficult, but everything you're dealing with is, like, very consistent. It's just if you don't know how to deal with it, you are fucked. Also, I forgot to update the counter. Whoops. My Misumaru counter, we get to use it again. Misumaru counter, my beloved. I don't know why I wanted to move that much. That was just simply the dumbest thing I could have done. Damn. Okay. 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 She is so low on the screen, by the way. She hit the flow. Next thing you know, should've got low, 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 low. It's apple bottom jeans. I will still never forget the Sephiroth version of that I got shown. Yeah, I felt a little too antsy. I tapped down like a dumbass. Damn it. Also, Cave is known in part for their stage 3 difficulty spikes. Oh, okay, so stage 3 is when it gets real fucked. Pretty much, yeah. There is still RNG, but it's very sparse and mostly doesn't affect how difficult the game is as long as your route is solid enough. Okay, so like there are little bits of RNG, but you can account for it for the most part. You can account. Also, nah. Hold on. I wanted to do something. I don't remember what that was. Oh, right, the counter. I was like, God, wasn't there something I need to do? Wait, and then there's the DOJ Stage 4 rails. What does that mean? Where if you're unlucky, you're gonna have to press the bomb button, whether you like it or not. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so DOJ is its own special kind of hell. I would still like to play it once. I did play... I forget. A little while back, I did play one of the fucking Dodonpachis. I forget which one it was. I did not 1cc it, but I played... I think I got an NECC. I think I at least got an NECC on it, and I was like, okay. Well, like, I figured out, like, the shit you need to do or whatever to get, like, the actual good ending or whatever. Like, to unlock the extra stage, or to unlock the final stage. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. It's like, pick up the 14 secret bees, which, by the way, those are not fucking bees. Pick up the 14 secret bee tokens in order to access the last boss. And I'm like, what the fuck? Either that, or be on the, like, an incredible fucking run that is, like, almost not died at all. Or get such a high score that you basically have to pick up all the bees in every level in order to actually, like, get it. And it's just like, none of these sound that fun to me. I will say, though, that wiki was really in-depth. They literally had a map. You could view the entire level, like, the whole, like, long-ass level, and see where all of the bee tokens were. And I'm like, that's incredible. But also, God, why? It's Misumaru. Yeah. Bro, it's fucking stage miss is what stage 4 is, essentially. I said that how I wanted to. No, it wasn't native to PC. It was, I played it on MAME. It was, hold on. I should have the file for it. I should be able to say the name if I can find the file. Go to local disk. Go to emulators. Where is emulators? Oh, I know. Go to this PC. Or, like, desktop. Where's desktop? I lost the ability to navigate my own PC. Okay. Go to emulators. Go to arcade. Right, I don't know where I kept... Oh, wait a minute. Language plugins. Let me just see if I can just boot up whatever the game was. I just want to remember the name. I don't remember. Would it be rude to ask for a competent guide on how to set up MAME? I have... Oh, here we go. I mean, do you... Are you just asking the world in general, or you're asking me? Because if I'm being honest, I don't remember how I set up MAME. I set it up. I do remember having to bounce between a couple guides, though, before I actually figured out how. But I have... There we go. I have this. This is the version of Dodonpachi I played. I have Dodonpachi World, 1997. There you go. Okay, no back goal will get you sorted. You're part of this beautiful world as well. It depends on the day. That's regular Dodonpachi? Okay. So, like... I don't know if it was the original, though. Maybe it's the original? That one came before Diojo. Okay. And then... Dice... Wait, so we had Dodonpachi, then you had Diojo, then you had Daisyojo. Is that it? Diojo, then Or no, Side Diojo. It's a lot. There's too much Dodonpachi. I don't understand this shit. Listen, this is why cave games are dumb. Yeah, no, but again, yeah. If you hit up Nobeka, that would probably be a lot better than if you asked me, because I set it up once and was like, cool, I got this one game working, and then I never messed around with it again. I did. Like, I remember so little about how the hell I got it working. I just know, like, it was annoying to get MAME to work, but it was nowhere near as annoying as trying to get PS2 emulation to work. Because for that, you needed, like, to find, like a fucking BIOS or whatever. Or not a BIOS. You had to find, like, I had to go online and find, like, an authentication or whatever that says, yes, I own a PS2. Because I don't own a PS2. But if you search for just the right places online, you can find that, and you can get it working in the emulator. And I think it was a BIOS. It was like, you need a proper North American PS2 BIOS if you want to be able to emulate. And it's like, okay. It's like, God, I realized how spoiled I was by Dolphin. You know what I mean? Dolphin, you just download, you get the ISO, and it works. But, like, and for some other emulators, that's how it works, too. I think Citra works kind of the same. The Nintendo Switch one did not work anywhere near the same. That one fucking sucked as well. But, like, God. Project 64 is annoying with its, like, advertisements and shit, but it's also, like, you get it, it works. And you don't have to pay for it, technically. You just have to wait a minute before the ad goes away. What are you having trouble with? You're too much of a dunce with emulators. Again, like, setting up certain emulators just fucking sucks. Like, you have to go to the right places online to find out exactly how to set up an emulator, and it's annoying. Also, hello, Bam. How you doing? Hold on, wait. Oh, so there's one before the one I played. So there's Dodonpachi 2 B-Storm. This one wasn't made by Cave, so some people don't like to count it. What the fuck? Dodonpachi Diojo, Dodonpachi Daifukatsu / Resurrection, and then Dodonpachi Sai Diojo. Okay. Was it? I know one of them's on Steam. Was it Dodonpachi Daifukatsu / Resurrection? Is that the one that you can find on Steam? Very clear and easy to follow. How do you not get this? God. This is the easiest fucking development release cycle. Easiest series titles to follow in my life. That, like, I mean, for any series, the more you're like, what order did the shit release in? The more you're like, man, what? I mean, well, for some it's easier. Like, if you want to know, it's like, oh, what order did the fucking Harry Potter books release in? That's one thing, right? But then it's like, if you're like, okay, but then what's like, you know, it's like, what's like the release order of every Harry Potter video game? And it's like, you don't want to know. It's like, that's a wild and wacky world of tribulations and fraud. Three, two, one, killer. Nice. Nice. It's probably self-explanatory if you understand Japanese. I don't know. Like, I mean, okay, like, I do get, like, Donpachi, Dodonpachi, and then, you know, Dodonpachi 2, whatever. I mean, like, okay, it all builds upon each other, right? But it is just, there's just so many, like, variations of similar that it's like, okay. Daidojo means blissful death. Daifukatsu is resurrection. Saidojo is true death. Okay, but like even in English then, if you're trying to like discern that, right? Because even if you know the language, you're like, okay. It's like, which one came first? Blissful death or true death? And I mean, I guess the one that's longer is obviously the one that came later, but like, I don't know. I don't know. Shit's confusing if you're learning about it the first time. It's easy once you know. PDH Lover uploaded another video today. Guess what it was? I'm gonna take a guess and say there was a video on PDH. And then there's Reincarnation to throw a wrench on that. It was like, they were just having a fun day in the office. You think, like, they're like, okay, you know, we've been iterating on the same name for a while now. I think this time we're going to switch it up and we're going to do a completely different name. We're going to do Resurrection. It's going to be, like, start of its own thing. And then people hated that. And then they're like, fuck it. Go back to the first one. And it's like, it's like, but what do we do? How do we iterate? I don't know. Just put Sai at the front of it. Sai Dojo. That's good. We got it. $1 million. I mean, there are, like, title creation stories like that, right? Where it's, like, for Myst or whatever. Yeah. For Myst, like, coming up with, that title, like, apparently took, like, 2 seconds. Where they're like, oh, what if we called the game Myst? And be like, oh, that's cool. But then, like, Myst became really popular and everyone started playing it. And then, so when they were making, like, I don't think they're making the sequel to Myst, but, like, when they made their next game, it's like it took fucking 6 months to be like, what do we call this game? Just because, like, it mattered so much more this time now. Myst was just kind of a name that, like, worked, and they're like, yeah, we don't really expect anything from this anyway. But then it did work, and they're like, well, fuck, now we gotta think about this shit. now we gotta consider. You just order the games by how anime they get over time. The more anime, the newer the game. They gotta, listen, they gotta appeal to the crowd somehow. DDP had next to nothing. Daijojo had the dolls. DFK had the bosses or robot anime girls. And then SDOJ just said, fuck it, and put your ship in a swimsuit. It's like, we're done. I'm done caring. Put it in a swimsuit. It'll sell. Like, I assume, like, the ship is supposed to look like a girl specifically, but I really like to imagine just one of those, like, spaceships or whatever, and they just, like, stretched out a whole swimsuit over it. It's like, it's gonna fit. Don't worry. I find MAME to be plug and play, but maybe it's just me. Just getting it to work the first time was annoying. After I had the setup done, it was fine. But, like, I don't know. I don't remember what about the setup sucked, but there was something about it where I was like, okay, and I gotta do this, and then alright. Instantly interested. The swimsuit makes the game impossible? Damn it. What do you mean I have to work for this? That's an interesting idea. Yeah, no, you get all the gooners interested in the game, right? But then you make it incredibly difficult. So if they want to goon, they also have to learn the game, and then eventually they'll get hooked on the game. The perfect business strategy. I did this wrong. Whoops. Sorry, I was too busy figuring about other things. Yeah, I'm fucked, aren't I? I'm gonna have to do this completely backwards. Alright, let's end it. I also do this with low power, which sucks ass. Ah, okay. We're just restarting. It's mostly plug and play, ignoring the initial keybind setup, but there's a whole thing of certain ROMs only working on X version of MAME. Oh, really? If you ever made an STG, it'd make an ultra hard mode where every character is in swimsuits. Yeah, it's how you get them. It's how you get them. Hook, line, and sinker. I think it's just DOJ that's like that. The annoying part is typically dealing with parent ROM nonsense. I don't even remember parent ROM. What the fuck? That's the one part that got me tweaking for weeks, so I get where people are coming from when they have issues with MAME. So you're telling me that the one version... Or you're telling me that the one game series I wanted to try in MAME is the one that is slightly less plug and play than the others? Is that what I'm learning? I decided I wanted to play DOJ, and the universe was like, you're gonna have to work for this shit. And I didn't even get a swimsuit. I had to work so hard, and I don't even get a swimsuit for it. Shit's fucked up. Also, I will have you all know that I am biding my time to play the Yomu Insanity song again. It'll happen. It's like tradition at this point. I've gotta. I don't think I'll do it every stream, but this stream certainly. I'm waiting for the right run. Maybe it'll be the last run of the stream. Maybe it'll be some practice. Who knows? But I just need you to know that you are not safe from Yomu Insanity. The universe knows what games are worth working for. I mean, you're right, but like... Nah, you're just right. I mean, again, I did get the game working and I had fun with it. I didn't get the good ending, but, like, I still had fun. I enjoyed my time with it. Maybe one day in the far future, I will decide that I want to collect all those stupid B tokens, and I will actually learn the game enough to get a one all. A one of all. I don't want to get a 2 all. 2 all is the dumbest fucking thing. I mean, well, okay, I get why it's cool if you want to put more time into the run. But, like, man, I just beat the game. Give me a break. I beat the game and you're telling me you want me to do it again? But harder? Oh, DDP. DDP is pretty easy. I gotta collect the stupid B tokens, though. I didn't want to do that shit. I don't want to study every level to find the perfect... It was either find the B tokens, have, like, a really good pace upon beating stage 5, or get a high enough score, which essentially translates to get more of the B tokens. I just didn't really have the patience for that when I was first playing it. Also, I was still kind of struggling with the patterns. I didn't really put in enough time to learn a lot of the patterns to that game either. No, because I'm pretty sure... What was it? Because... No, because what ended up happening was, like, I got a run in that game. Because it... Was it... If you don't have, like, good ending requirements, essentially... Ah! Yeah, I'm gonna restart. If you don't have good ending requirements, then you have to... Or, like, you don't get to stage 6, right? And to be fair, I don't think you need to 1cc stage 6. I do think you just need to NECC it. But, like... But, again, like, I got to stage 5 on an NECC. I lost. And then I was like... I got to stage 5 on NECC. I won, I mean. And then it was like... And I was like, okay, what do I need to do now? Like... I was like, I know these games have kind of specific requirements. What do I need to do in order to, like, unlock stage 6? And my initial assumption was that I just needed to be on a 1cc pace. I think that's a part of it, but it's also I need to collect a fuck ton of B tokens. And it was like, oh, why do I have to do that? And it's like, here's the entire map. Learn it. It's like, okay. I think it's like you need a certain amount of B tokens on, like... Was it like 4 out of the 5 stages? I will say, though, I'm pretty sure once you get to stage 6, the game no longer cares whether you 1cc. The game only cares... I think the game would only care about that if you're going for, like a 2 all. Or no, it's... Doesn't the game still start the second loop? Actually, I don't know. I don't remember if the game starts the second loop or not if you don't, like, if you're not on a 1cc. I love looking over at chat and just saying, no, he's not talking about DOJ, he's talking about DDP. Got intertwining, like, win conditions. The win conditions, they're overlapping. Managed to accidentally loop. Nice. Talking about DOJ, because DDP is 6 stages. Okay, it does have to be 1cc pace. So you have to be 1cc pace, and then... Or no, for the loop, you mean. I don't know. Listen, I play Touhou. I'm not good at shmups. I ain't accidentally getting, like, loops in anything. Unless you're talking about Fruit Loops. In which case, I don't know how you'd accidentally get a loop in that. But don't worry about that fact. Dodonpachi lets you loop even if you continue. Oh, really? No, okay. So you can... Okay, you can loop if you continue. But you don't get the... But you... In order to get to stage 6, you need to be on 1cc pace. Or you need to be in a 1cc. Yeah, my reading ain't great right now. All right. Yeah, a lot of my... Again, a lot of the way I'd be reading stuff is just not... Oh, Jesus. It's not locked in place as it was before. I still need to re-get used to doing that. Oh yeah, unrelated to anything we've been talking about, by the way. But, y'all heard of the the Echoes of Aincrad game or whatever that came out? The new SAO game? It's like Soul Slop, essentially. If I'm being honest, I kind of want to play the Soul Slop, but I don't want to play it for $70, so I'm not gonna get it anytime soon. I ain't getting that shit until it goes like mad on sale, but I kind of do want to play Soul Slop. If I'm being real. You know, the thing about that, though, is that apparently it has, something I did not know. I knew that game costed $70, and I knew that it had, like, DLC that hella bumped up the price, because all games nowadays have to have, like, DLC that makes them over $100 on fucking release. But apparently, that DLC comes with a movie. Apparently, you get an original movie if you buy the game. Well, to buy the game along with its 2 DLC packs. Like, I saw a video on that, like, yesterday, and I was like, what the fuck? You have to pay, like, again, you have to pay $70 to get the game. You have to pay $20 for a DLC, and then you have to pay another $20 for, like, a movie DLC. And it's like, why? The sad thing is that the movie's not even good. You pay $110 to get a single movie, and it's not good. Because, again, if you want the movie, you have to buy the game. You can't just be like, oh, I want to see the movie, I'm gonna buy the movie. You have to be like, no, I'm gonna buy the game, then I gotta get everything related to the game, then I can get the movie. Oh, wow, we are dropping. Wait. Yeah, my internet's still dropping more than I'd like. It's not dropping as bad as other time in recent times, though. It stopped at 241, but we are dropping a little bit here and there. Shit sucks. I still need to work things out, I suppose. I don't know exactly what I need to work out, but I need to work out something. Our internet is definitely doing better than before, though. We switched providers recently, and that's been helping a little bit. You know. But, was it... Watching that video, though, on... again, on, like, the weird SAO movie that came out recently, did actually get me to watch... What was it? Because the person who made that was Mother's Basement, and they said, after watching this, I actually did go out of my way to watch, SAO Progressive. And he was like, yeah, I actually really enjoyed watching that film. That was a lot better. Or it was like 2 films. And he was like, yeah, I genuinely enjoyed my time watching those. Way better than this movie. It's like, he was like, yeah, this is actually like a really good way to experience some of the plot of SAO. So, as of last night, I actually did start watching that. And yeah, it's pretty fun. It's cool to see, it's cool to have the story focus more on Asuna. And it's like, it's kind of its own reality thing separate from the show, but it's like, I don't really care. I used to love SAO when I was like 12, but admittedly, I haven't seen it. I haven't like actively watched it outside of SAO Abridged in like years. Like, if I watched SAO again, I'd probably still have a soft spot for it, but, like, I understand SAO was not good. But, like, you know, the main character had 2 swords, so that was, like, the coolest thing to me when I was little. It's definitely better than the regular SAO, but it's still the same writer. I have not read that. I didn't know SAO Progressive was, like, a written thing. Yeah... I will say it's the same thing in same problem with SAO where it's like no one dies. You'll see some people die, but like none of the important characters have died really. And the stuff that makes him not be great is very much still there. Yeah. What is it? It also like yeah, the story still or like in the first movie I was seeing, it still has its like fair share of just like horny shots just for no reason, which I know is just something some anime like to do in general, but SAO just really likes to do it too for no reason, even in scenes where it makes no sense, where it's like they'll show one character talking, they'll show 2 characters talking, and then the other character's like ass is like the only thing you'll see. Like you won't see their back because it's like a low angle shot for God knows what reason. It's a low angle shot. I don't know. Again, I watched the first film and I was still enjoying it. But yeah, again, it still has to be SAO at the end of the day. So yes, there is still going to be inherent flaws with it. Or same writer and it still is SAO. I do want to finish the second film. Jesus Christ. That's just how it be, baby. That's Sanyo. There she is. That's her. That do be Sanyo. God, it's good to be back. Alright, nice. Nice. Very, very nice. Very scary. I misread that entirely. Alright, whatever. I need... What do I need to do? What do I need? What, pray tell? It was just funny to me, like... Because, like... I think, like, what SAO was in my head has more or less been replaced by SAO Abridged. So it's like seeing characters, like, talk or interact in that movie is maybe be like, God, this is how those characters originally were. Like, I forgot about that. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm so used to seeing them one way that it's like I'm looking at an entirely different person. Also, the one where Kirito barged into Asuna's room and told her to empty her entire inventory in front of him, including her underwear. Wait, I don't remember. Did that happen in the second film? I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. I like the fan service when it's made to service the creator's desires. It's like, man, I really like the fan service when it's just incredibly uncomfortable for anybody else but the person writing it. Chapter 3 of the novel shows Austin in the bathtub. That was... Oh, yeah. Yeah, again, like, the shower scene existed for literally no reason other than they wanted to show Austin take a shower. That's literally the only reason it's there. Sounds fucking wild now that I'm saying out of context. Not that it's that much better in context. Does the statement still stand with Corpse Party and its creators? Taste fetish. Oh, God, yeah. I know a little bit about that from Fap9's video talking about Corpse Party. 100%. It's like, you know the creator was having a good time. Becomes an episode of the writer's poorly disguised fetish. Well, there's that, and then there's also, I know that there was one Corpse Party novel also written by the same author who, like, wrote some, like, what was it? I'm trying to remember how Fap described it. It was like, the story, like, mixed, like, the gory deaths of the original with, like, weird ecchi shit, and then also had some pretty messed up endings to boot. And he was saying, like, now normally you would assume that the original author would consider this a smear on his original work and would be very upset about this. But then you look who wrote it, and then it's just text on screen behind a giant explosion saying the author was Kedouin. It's the same author. He wrote the shit. It was him. He bastardized his own work. Yeah, I ain't reading Jimbo right now. I'm not a Jimbo reader. Anything but making poor Corpse Party 2, dog. Yeah, there was, what was it? God, well, because he's made, like, things that are kind of sequels to Corpse Party, but none that ever continue the plot in a satisfying or interesting way. Like, all of them just involve going through the same story events, but again. There always had, apparently there was one game they were making that was in development that's supposed to be like a Corpse Party spiritual successor. Oh, wait, no, wasn't it literally just called Corpse Party 2? It was like you play as some, like, white-haired girl in a hospital. That was all I saw of it. And that got teased, and then now it's in, like, development hell, and I don't know if it'll ever finished. That one? Okay, yeah. We as poor as spectators should not have any desire to shape other creations by our own standards and likings. Let people draw naked anime girls. That's like the fancy way of saying. They realized a very early access version of it like over a decade ago, and it never got updated. Okay, I'm sorry. I need the bathroom, by the way. I will be back. I would play a GIF if I had one. I don't have one. I will be back. Hello, Banana Lars. How you doing? I get that porta potties are useful. I just don't like the idea of them ever. You know what I mean? Just not a fan. Not a big fan. just shit your pants like a real man. Real men care not for where they shit. Stupid. Alright, in any case. God, it was funny though, because I'm still thinking about the SAO game or whatever. And it was like, because the people who made SAO Bridge, Something Witty Entertainment, were playing that on stream, and they got asked like, oh, how's the game so far? And they're like, in terms of SAO games, it's the best SAO game I've ever played. In terms of like video games, it's all right. It's not a lot going on. It's like there's not a lot of variety. Kind of just doing a lot of the same things. It's like, it's just so funny, like, just listening to them talk, it is so evident how hurt they were by prior experiences. Where they're like, at least it doesn't take 3 hours of cutscenes to start playing the fucking game in this one. Problem solved. You're gonna put a poop emoji in the shitposting channel? I mean, technically you did. You abided by the rules. That was the purpose of the channel, and you have done your due diligence in keeping the conversation relevant. Yeah, to be fair, I know for like some anime games, it's like they fall into that trap in general. Persona 5 is like a very common example of people who are like, man, I wish it didn't take nearly as long to start playing the game. Because like people love Persona 5, but it's like you enjoy it on the first playthrough, but then if you ever play it again, you're like, man, was there always this much dialogue before I got to start playing? New developments on the gacha sphere? Not Limbus ones. Apparently Blue Archive's gacha system is fucking uploading. In what way? Like, is it just not... Did people find like a bug? Or like... Is this like the equivalent of like a recession? But only limited to this one gacha game? It's like, wait until we get to the bubble gacha economy. That's when it gets real fun. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. More. 3, 2, 1, 0. Absolutely beautiful. They decided to change the gacha system from being a spark-based one. You hit X pulls and you get to pick the rate up character of your choosing, to one based on pity and 50/50s after X pulls the game forces a max ready character, that has a 50% chance to be the rate up one. If the first fails, the second will be guaranteed. So Genshin. Yeah, I think, yeah, that is how a lot of them work, right? Just by pity systems. You just do a certain amount of polls. The new system is better if you're only interested in getting one copy of one character on rate up, since if you're unlucky, it takes less polls on average. Problem is, that's not what Blue Archive players want. Like, at all. So they just wanted the Genshin system, and they were like, yeah, we'll just do this one. And then people were like, what the fuck? I assume there's a benefit to owning more than one of the same character. That's so sad. We all know gacha games are best when they're so generous you don't even have to worry about it and just treat it as waifu collection. And listen, you'll still be paying the money. You always gotta pay them money. In Blue Archive, you want multiple copies of one character, and you probably want all the characters on rate up. So, yeah, they've now switched to a system that just does not complement the game itself at all. So either they have to go back to the old system, or they have to change the game entirely in order to accommodate the pity system. They want to choose their underage girls after they've gambled enough. Yeah, that's the sad reality about it. Someone made the calculation, this new system, it could take 200 more polls to get everything you want. Like, yeah, because again, this system benefits you if you only want one copy, which the game is not built around. I didn't even know there was 2 types of systems for that. I had heard of the pity system before. But I didn't know there was a system as well where it's like, oh yeah, you get increased chances for like this person. Yeah, my reading on this is not there. It's not in today. I wish it were, but right now it just ain't. Just ain't. Again, it's just a part of the learning process. I gotta like re-get used to this stuff again. One friend who's a Blue Archive meta slave mentioned how if this gets implemented, they'll probably become a casual player. Damn. Like, cause again, like, you don't want to. I mean, you know, you don't have all the fucking money in the world to spend on this shit. Like, at some point, it just becomes unrealistic. What is Blue Archive gameplay even? It's an auto battler. I can't really say anything more because you played it for 5 hours tops, so you learn nothing of how the actual gameplay goes. Gotcha. Yeah, it's more hours than I have. I've never even touched it. Again, the amount of gacha games I have touched is so little. Hilariously, one of the gacha games I did touch was years ago when a friend of mine got me to play an SAO gacha game, which I did enjoy for a time. But then I think we both fell out of it as time went on. I probably played it for like a couple months. Hell, if even that. At the very least, it had like gameplay though. Like, you had to actually like move around and enemies attacked you and you had to dodge. Like, you moved your character to physically move around the enemy's attacks and then you attack back. I didn't end up doing a lot of that though. Was that my friend actually like wanted to try learning enemy attack patterns and winning, and then I just ran up with the highest HP character I had and just started wailing on them until either I died or they died. Yeah, my strategy worked out really well in the early game, and then hella fell off the once enemies got actual statistics to rival mine. And I was not paying for edge pulls, so I was not getting incredible characters. I still had fun the little bit that I did play, though. That's like one of the few times I can say I played a gacha game. That in like the 1 hour I played Genshin Impact 4 before being like, oh, that's neat, and then just kind of stopping. Do I want to continue this run? Fuck it, I get more practice. The run's not going to get anywhere, but I really do just need to get my repetitions in on certain stage sections. Need to work it into the bloodstream. Yeah, I don't know why I thought going there was going to be a good idea. That was just not how you read that at all. That's not how you do it. Whoops. Nice. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we fucking got him. Alright, so I swear gacha games, but PC's potato-ness is keeping me from playing more, which is probably a blessing in disguise. Yeah! I mean, it sucks you don't get to play certain games because of that, but also it's like, you know, now you can play other games. Now you cannot waste all of your money on a gacha. I thought it was weird how they suddenly decided to change the gacha system to a more predatory one when Blue Archive has historically done very well. And they should know how bad this change would be received. Sometimes the companies just can't help themselves, I guess. They got all those fucking shareholders and shit they gotta please. The problem with gacha games with actual gameplay is that they force you to grind for 4 hours straight. Yeah, that is true. I don't know. But, like, it's, I don't know, I feel like ones with auto gameplay wouldn't be that much better, though, right? At the very least, with the ones of actual gameplay, I'm, like, doing something. With ones of, like, auto gameplay, it's like I'm just looking there at a screen, losing my mind. They told me the CEO of the parent company for Nexon, not Nexon itself, recently changed to a man that worked for EA. That would be so fucking funny if that's true. Suddenly, everything made a lot more sense. It's like, wait a minute, EA. I love the grinding gacha games with actual gameplay because the grinding is the gameplay. I mean, now you have Azure Lane with auto gameplay on next to me. Yeah. Again, like, that was... What was it? Because I always tell this story, but, like, I tried playing Lost Word once. And I was like... I was like, yeah, you know, Lost Word's been going on for a while. Like let me see where people enjoy it. And I was like, yeah, I'll try seeing some of the story. And then... I was playing it. And I was just like, my brain was just melting. It was just so many, like, just battles of nothing. I'm just, like, sitting there, kind of watching the characters do shit. Like, I just don't really, I didn't care about the story. The gameplay was just mind-numbing to me. And I was like, how long does this story go on for? And it was like, oh, it never ends. And I was like, oh. It's like it had an ending, and then the ending got patched out, apparently. And I was like, oh. I don't even, admittedly, I can't tell you what the gameplay to like, the game was, because I don't even remember it anymore. I just remember, like, slowly losing my mind in the play session that I was, like, grinding it. Or, like I was just playing through and I was just losing my mind. That's all I remembered. I want to get a girl called Flandre. Oh, is there actually a girl in Azure Lane called Flandre? It's not a matter of it would make a lot of sense if an EX employee got the position. It's a matter of an EX employee did get the job and is now fucking BA players over. Okay, no, so we know that for a fact. We know that for a literal fact. Okay. Well, that's, yeah, that's beautiful. That makes so much sense. Yeah. Every gacha game that's mostly furry men has no gameplay and it's lame. It's like, listen, they know what they're putting their budget into. Lost Word is probably some of the worst gameplay there is. Blondre is the cutest. Hold on, share an image if that's okay. If you can find an image that's safe to share it. I want to see. I'm curious what blue archive lawn looks like. There's a part of me that looks at the like needles and I'm like, man, I should try changing these to something else on the sprite sheet, but admittedly I don't know what I'd changing them to. Like I tried changing the orbiters to the ghost from Touhou 8 and it looks awkward as hell. But it's like I genuinely don't know what I'd do about the needles. Blue Archive Flawn is just that girl called Ibuki. Wait, so her name's Ibuki? This is Azure Lane Flawn. Yeah, let's see it. Well, I love how much everything else in her portrait takes up compared to her. Without background. Oh, there we go. Okay. This is... Hold on. Where's Touhou 18? There we go. Yeah, so this is what she looks like. Her, like... She's got just the giantest fucking wings you've ever seen. Are they connected to her outfit? What's going on here? I'm very confused. Oh. The wings are badass. I like the wings. Once heard someone call her animation cost nightmare. Yeah, no, imagine trying to animate that shit. Oh god. You have to draw this every fucking frame. There's one gacha game with a furry man that has gameplay. It's called Limbus Company. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it. Nah, I don't think you have. Tell us more about this Limbus Company. Is there like is there like a temp thing coming out for it recently? And any numbered a thing? The 10th main chapter, how you know? You know, just a lucky guess. I'm just kind of built different. Okay, in a similar vein, I also want to bring up ReZero again. Actually, I don't know how much I bring up ReZero on stream. I know I just bring it up a lot in real life, so I'm probably bringing it up a lot in stream as well. Although I legit have no memory. In any case, God, I've been waiting for, was it Phase 3 of Arc 10 to start, hilariously enough. And apparently in the meantime, while I'm waiting for that, the creator like wrote some like short stories on their Twitter, which is really funny. Bro can never stop writing. Bro's a problem. is a problem. He's written so much shit that is not just the main story, and it's like, it's cool, but also like, god damn it. He has an issue. He wrote like I haven't read all the second one, but I read all of the first one. It was like, what was it? It was like a Julius's like or no. Was it Julius's birthday? It was someone's birthday. Was like the short story thing. Either Julius or Anastasia's birthday. And it's just a short story about that, which is cute. And then now they have a second one on auto. So at some point I want to read through that one as well. There's also news that it was getting delayed, but unfortunately I'm sure the community's taking it very well. Yeah, no, a community has never freaked out about a delay before. Okay, I will say, the funniest delay situation and reaction I've seen off the top of my head is, what was it? It was related to, like, Playtime Co. or whatever. I think they were announcing, I think it was when they were announcing, like, not a chapter that was going to be released, but they were announcing, like, a game. Like a spin-off game or whatever. Because they had a little, like, PvE, or no, it was a PvP game, but it was like one of the players controls a monster essentially. And in the announcement for that, they did this whole 10-day countdown on their official Discord server. It was like every day they posted a new countdown image and it counted down from 10. And people were like, "Oh my god, this is so exciting! What's gonna happen? Something big's gonna be announced." And then the final day came around and they're like, "Yeah, actually, we have to delay this." They did this whole countdown and they're like, "Actually, it's not ready yet." And everyone lost their minds. They're like, "Bro, I took the day off of work so I could fucking be here and it was nothing." Actually, I don't think it was work. It was probably school, but whatever. It was so funny. It was so funny. Ashel Spiff had like a thing about it. Is it a cash grab? Yeah. I mean, again, I don't know. It was just a little side project they made to try to get more money so they could, like, well, either focus more on main chapters or just have more money in general, which, I mean, yeah, that's just how that shit goes. But, I mean, the game didn't look, like, terrible. It looked funny to play with friends. It just didn't look great either. It was free to play, or from what I remember, it was free to play, and then it had, like, available cosmetics in it, right? So you could play the game and then not buy anything, but there was stuff to buy if you wanted to. That was kind of just the business model they were going for with that game. It's from, I mean, maybe it made some changes after it launched, but from, like, at the very least on launch, it was not as malicious as it could have been. It's just on launch, it was not very good. Because they did the countdown, and then it got delayed, and then it came out later, and it was still unfinished. I did forget about that part of the story initially. Yeah, it got delayed, then came out, and it was still not done. There was so many bugs with that initial build. And I've never seen what the game looked like afterwards. What was it? One of the funniest bugs I remember is that you can get an unintentional head start. Because, like, you're supposed to, all the players are supposed to arrive on this one train. And this train's supposed to take them into the map. But they didn't make the collision for the train very well. So as the train is moving, if you jump against the carriage, you can literally, like, clip through it. And if you clip through enough of the carriages, eventually you're just out of the train and can start playing the map before the game expects you to be able to. That one was real funny. And you can do that as you're leaving the map as well. Like, after you've completed all the tasks and are, like, leaving on the train, you can still just jump out. It's incredibly hilarious. About AL Flan. You always see drawings of her mostly in the maid outfit skin, which I believe is just because it's so much easier to draw. Just like, oh, thank God. I don't have to draw the wings. The people taking days off work to play new release will never not be funny to me. Yeah. No, it is fucking hilarious. Well, it was Ferrado, sorry about that too, where it's like, oh man, when fucking GTA 6 releases, you're gonna get so many just like calls like, oh, sorry boss, I can't make it into work today. It's like this release is more important to me than keeping my actual job. We've forgotten all about the releases of Diablo Immortal, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Cyberpunk 2077. Wait, really? You'll probably end up doing the exact same thing for GTA 6, assuming it ever comes out. You know, it might come out this time. Like, again, I have, like, a ton of, like, I've heard people talk about, like, oh, man, you know, like, games got to make sure to plan their releases around GTA 6, because, like, when that comes out, that's all people are going to be playing, but it's, like, in my head, it's like, well, you probably want to plan your release date for when they said GTA 6 is going to be announced, because it's probably going to be delayed again, right? It's probably going to be delayed. Me and Skyrim crouching in a random bush to open a chest under the ground to steal the nearest grocery store's infinitely resupplying items. Listen, that's Bethesda. That's how Bethesda's been since the dawn of time. We expect it now. We expect that from Bethesda, but we don't expect it from other companies. Double standards. Your wallet thanks you for not being interested in AAA games. And also for being F2P in gacha games. What is F2P? Oh no, free to play. I thought about it for 2 seconds. For some reason in my head, I was like, does P just mean poor? F2P stands for far too poor. It's like, you see, I would blow all my money on gacha games, but I'm too poor to do that. Yeah, no, I read that completely wrong. Fuck. Nice. Sometimes you do get, like, just that perfect lineup where you're like, man, it doesn't look like I need a move. And then you don't. And you're like, yeah, I just didn't. I didn't go as far left as I thought I would. Fuck. Uh-huh. The new Barbie game will outsell GTA 6. There's a Barbie game coming out? Is there... Honestly, wait. If they made a Barbie game based on the movie, that'd be kind of funny. Y'all ever seen the Barbie movie? Because what was it? I ended up seeing it with my family, and I actually, like, genuinely enjoyed it. I thought it was incredible. It was an incredibly fun film. I had a good time. Very well written. I do just, like... Yeah, because the thing about Barbie games, and, like, a lot of the Barbie games released are, like, under, like, the Games for Girls, like, branding or whatever. Fuck. And a lot of those games sucked ass. I remember seeing a video on that years ago by, like, YouTuber Tamahiro. And I was like, I remember being 12 and being like, God. It's like, why does that suck so much? It's like, God, why is this game so bad? Why couldn't they just make regular games for girls to play? Like, if you're a girl playing games back then, you probably just have more fun just playing a regular-ass game. You didn't watch the Barbie movie, but you did see discourse surrounding it? Really? I wonder what discourse there was. I mean, I don't know. It's the internet, so it could have been literally anything. I'm sure all people understood the message of the Barbie movie. Well, again, like, the main joke of the Barbie movie was just gender inequality, which was just, like, brought... Like the Kens or whatever were literally just, like, the minority group being suppressed by, you know, the Barbies. And it's just, again, the way they write it is incredibly fucking hilarious. Particularly people calling it either left-wing propaganda or right-wing propaganda, depending on their own political alignment. Man, reviewers are so useful. Was it reviewers writing that, or was it just people online? Equality is such propaganda, shaking my head. It's like... What was it? I don't remember exactly how it went, but there was one joke by the end of the movie where the Kens were like, just like, so cool. It's like, so can we get like equal voting rights of you guys or whatever? And then the Barbies are like, no, but we can give y'all like a council or whatever where y'all like maybe have a say on some stuff. And then all the Kens were like, yeah! They were like so excited for getting basically nothing. It's like, we did it! The canon. I don't know. That film just had a lot of really funny bits. What was it? One of the I know he's like a famous actor or whatever. He was in the Barbie movie, and he was like, he had a scene where it's like he's playing like the head of like the Barbie company or whatever, and like Barbie's pointing out just like, oh man, a lot of these don't really seem to be like a lot of these changes don't seem to be targeted at young girls, which should be your target audience. And he's like, listen, I get what you're saying here, but like, it's like, listen, I have like sisters and like a mom, and 3 of my best friends are Jewish actually. So like, she's like, okay. Just looking for like anything he could say to make himself sound better. Alright, get him. Alright, well, believe it or not, this is also a run to Misamaru. I didn't think it'd be, but it was. Both. Better than America now. Something Reddit. You're so brain rotted that when you heard equality, your first thought was, is the Isaac item called that? Well, that's how I am for like everything else though, so I feel you. Bro, same, and I said it. As you were typing it out, you were like, man, all I can think about is that Isaac item. That's all I can think about. And I want some soy milk. It's like, nah, I think I'm good. I don't even like regular milk all that much. I read equality and then the item sprite flashed in your mind. It's like, in my psyche, I see it. It haunts my dreams. It's stupid item like half the time. It doesn't work. Just like IRL. Also, I don't know how I've never noticed this before, but look at the little splotch in the bottom of the screen. Why does it get lighter the more you're on top of the boss? It's like basically invisible now that I'm on top of her. Why? Wouldn't I want to see that? Wait a minute. Why does it get rid of it? I mean, I guess if you don't see it anywhere, that means you're on top of the boss, but like, I'd rather just see it at all times. I guess, but I don't know. I would just like the visual confirmation at least, because like, what if I take a glance down, I'm like, oh, I don't see the splotch. I guess it means I'm not underneath her. God, I wish I was under Misamaru. You don't. You'll get crushed by the orb. You would be under her for approximately 2 seconds, and then you'd be dead. Yeah, I don't know. I would just like it to stay there. I would just like to have visual confirmation. Who said she has balls? She do in fact have balls. Look at her balls. So I'm still thinking back to, okay, this is my version of brain rot. I'm thinking back to Pake's video on Lobotomy Corporation. He was doing like a skit or whatever, and he was like having one of the employees say like was it, I tried playing Skyrim for 200 sex mods and my PC imploded trying to render massive ball griffs. And that's all I could think. She's got balls of steel, got an automobile for a minimum wage. Yin Yang, ball suffocation. Be suffocated in my balls. You can never escape. I like how my, I still sometimes think back to how my winning run of Touhou Free has me shouting at Reimu, can you please get your balls out of my face? That's in my winning run of that game. was the secret code I needed to win. Futa Dojins be like? Wait. Or Futo? Oh, right, because... then, I still haven't played was it? No, I played Hopeless Masquerade. What's the one after that? Urban Legend and Limbo? I haven't played that, but... I can't remember whether it's an actual line or whether it's a joke people made, but isn't there something in the translation where, like... Because, like, the whole point of that game is that, like, there are these, like, occult balls or whatever that characters have to collect. And I just remember, like, people talking about one line attributed to Futo where she says, I beseech your balls. I have all the Dragon Balls. What kind of balls are we talking about here? Like tennis balls. Plastic, like a ball pit. Can you imagine just like a ball pit of Dragon Balls? That would hurt. Like those things are like rocks, basically. Right? What material do you think the Dragon Balls are made out of? Or like, Or, like, what do you think, like, what's their equivocal hardness level? Do you think they're, like, they're more like glass, or do you think they're more like a rock? Like, either way, it'd still hurt if you jumped into a pool full of them. But, like, or, like, a pit full of them. But I'm just curious. Like, we know they're at least a little hefty. Probably as hard as marbles, but they're like, no, so, okay, so they'd be glass then, right? Yeah, because marbles are made out of glass. I was thinking of like, oh, they wouldn't be as light as a marble, but no, marbles are just made out of glass. Like, if you had a marble the size of a Dragon Ball, and then you jumped into, like, a pit full of them, hard glass. Yeah, so not like soft glass that would shatter easily, but like glass that's been tempered. Made to withstand all force of children fucking chucking them around the place. I never really had marbles growing up. I mean, well, like, to be fair, marbles weren't really, like... Because, like, marbles are, like, a plaything you had when you were little. But, like, when I was little, we already had, like, video games or, like, Beyblades. So, like, you know, you could get out some marbles and play a game with them, and that'd be fun, too. But also, if you and your friend had, like, a Beyblade in a Bay Stadium, you just fucking shoot the spinning tops into the thing and watch them collide with each other. Watch the high-octane collision course. Wow, that's one of the only times I've died to the fucking bubble, and it's because I got scared like a dumbass. So remember this one bit in Dragon Ball where the one where Goku is a kid, where Goku looks under Bulma's pants while she's sleeping and screams, "The balls are missing." And Bulma wakes up in a panic thinking they stole the I remember that, yes. Yeah, that's from the original Dragon Ball. That's like early on in the plot too. Original Dragon Ball had a lot of weird jokes that kind of just came with the time. Well, because in that same episode, more or less, was it? I think that's also when we get introduced to Roshi, and the fact that he is a pervert, essentially. So, what was it? He has, like, I forget what the deal was, but, like, he had some information, but he's like, in order to get it, you have to show me your panties or whatever, and then she does that, except she's not wearing them because Goku took them off at the beginning of the episode. And nothing ever comes out of that. Or, actually, I don't remember if she figures out later or what. It was just a weird bit, man. It was weird. It was a different time. Different time, different bits. I mean, depending on what circles you show it in, that joke would kind of fly today, but it wouldn't fly as easily. It would not fly anywhere near as easily. You get a lot of, like, weird backlash online for it. That's the thing, because, like, again, I found out about Dragon Ball as a series because my sister got, like, I forget who introduced her to it or whether it's just something she randomly found, but, like, my sister was reading / watching Dragon Ball Z, and she was like, oh, I really enjoy this, and she read through all of it. And when she was done, she was like, oh, and then this is the sequel to something called Dragon Ball. I'll read that. And she started reading early on. She was like, man, if I read this first, I never would have continued the series. She was like, oh, I hate this plot. just like... Dragon Ball Z is way more fun. Like the statement that it was a different time while remembering how the 7 Deadly Sins did the exact same fucking joke decades later. Okay, well, listen, in my defense, I've never seen 7 Deadly Sins. Okay, in my defense. That joke wouldn't be out of place in a gacha game nowadays. Would it not? I mean, I guess depending on the gacha game, sure. I mean, again, it's anime. You're gonna run into weirdly horny jokes just because people like making that shit. It gets attention. You know? Oh god, something so funny, by the way. Because I was talking about like something Winnie Entertainment playing the SAO game. One of the people on that one of the people in something Winnie Entertainment was talking about how one of their like one of the younger cousins was getting into anime recently, and like they're asking. Like, that, you know, they're asking about, like, suggestions or whatever on like, whatever anime they could watch. Because their younger cousin was like, yeah, I've been watching One Piece so far, and I've been really enjoying that. And I was like, I was wondering if y'all had any other good suggestions. And then he was like, oh, or was it to the guy that he was like, oh, yeah, well, Bleach is a really good one that I enjoy. And his younger cousin responded with, like, yeah, I don't know if I want to watch Bleach. Like, a lot of the, it seems like there's, like, a lot of revealing outfits for, like, there's not a lot of respect for, like, the women characters in that. Like, they got, like, really, like, risque clothing or whatever. And, like, and his reaction was just, dude, you're watching One Piece. What do you mean? And everyone in chat was like, yeah, I could see that maybe being a valid criticism if he wasn't watching One Piece. Lord Birkin. Do you watch what is... Oh god. Well, also someone else was talking about, like, yeah, also you're watching anime. Like, that's just kind of something you gotta get used to. It's just, that shit just exists. There's a lot of good plots. Or there's a lot of good anime out there that also just have horny designs for their characters. It's just, it comes with the medium. It's sad, but it's true. Shit just be happening. But there can still be a good story outside of that. And then sometimes there's only horny designs and no good story. That also exists. There's a range to these things. I didn't even, like, I knew killing her was off the table at that point because she was just running away from me. But, like, I just panicked trying to make sure that I lived. I was panicking too much. Yeah, that's a restart. That's a restart. I don't want to deal with that. Alright, you know what? We're coming up on 2 hours. We're coming up on 2 hours. Hold on. Also, what is this? I had YouTube pulled up just in case I wanted to play a song. What is... I don't know exactly what this is. It's like an... I know this is like the Internet Survivor thing or whatever. But like... Why is there like Remy Flan and then Remy again? Like, what? I like how... Wait, unless that's Flan? No, I'm pretty sure that's Remy. And then she's holding a Remy ball or whatever. But you have... You have Remilia, Patchouli, Quackama, sort of. Mei Ling, I assume. Then Chirno, Dai, and Rumia. and Flan is nowhere to be found. Like, they're both down here, and they're like, yeah, we'll have Remy again. Don't worry about Flan. It's the Kaguya AI. Oh, this over here. Oh, yeah, that's definitely AI. Like, 100%. Yeah. New Vampire Survivors English brain rot game? Or, I don't know where I saw English. New Vampire Survivors Flandre brain rot game. Is that this? Is that what this is a part of? I don't know. In any case, you know what time it is. You know. You know exactly what time it is. It's time for Mion. It's time. I realize I didn't, hold on. I haven't muted Touhou itself. There we go. It's time. Here we go. Gotta run it at least for one run. Doesn't matter if it's bad. Just gotta get back into the rhythm. Gotta get back into it. Look at that 178. Beautiful. Beautiful 178 ran on that section. The song, it gives me power. I fucking... Run it back. It's not a legit run until... Oh yeah, also I need to put the song in loop. Hold on. I forgot about that. Loop it. We don't stop playing the song until I get past the fucking Tang. I should stop trying to read chat while I'm playing the game. I mean, I still won. Hit a mild panic somewhat recently while trying to run TH crap. What happened? Well, I guess I'll have to keep reading. But I'll have to keep reading when the time presents itself. I can't read too early. Never clean 178. Never clean 178. Bad Michael kill. Bad Michael kill. Well, actually, not the worst. I did get a couple extra yin-yang ifs. Alright. It wasn't a... Wait, you tried to run TH Prac on LOLK because it's the one game you have on Steam, but Linux wasn't feeling up to it. Plus one corner of the I use Linux jar. you gotta write that shit down. We need to see how much it gets up to in a month. I wasn't detecting the game no matter what I did, and I was starting to get worried that maybe we wouldn't be able to play with TH Prac. That TH Prac being run through Wine doesn't detect Touhou games being run on a different version of Wine or Proton. And Steam forces any game to run through Proton. Weird. So did you find a fix for that then? Or like, did you just have to have it look through Proton? Or I guess you just had to not boot up for Steam. I guess that would be the fix. I don't even know what Proton is, to be real. I assume it's a program similar to Wine to get those games to run on Linux. Ah, I didn't see that one. I didn't see it. Well, that was a much easier pattern. Could have given me that one the fucking first time. So even though you have LOLK on Steam, you need to use a pirated copy to play it at THPrac. Yeah, that sounds about right. Honestly, it's the same for me when it comes to, like, just wanting to play different versions of the game. I have, like, for a lot of Touhou games, I'll have my Steam version, then I'll have my pirated version. Okay. I feel bad, because I didn't even, like... I didn't even get around to stage 3, but man, the song's already looped, and that's a dead run. Yeah. I'm sorry, Yomu. It just wasn't your time today. It wasn't your time. I'm so sorry. I do have stuff I need to do after this, so I should probably do some THPrac shenanigans and then call it a session. That'd probably be a good idea. Proton is having Steam installs automatically when detects you're on Linux, and it basically makes it so games that are made to only work on Windows, like 90% of all PC games ever, can run on Linux. Okay, well that's cool then. But yeah, that does... Well, it's cool in the fact that you get to, you know, play games through Steam on Linux. It's not cool in the fact that THPrac doesn't want to fucking detect it. What do we want to practice? I was struggling with stage 3 a lot today. Stages 3 and 4. I think working on Sanyo again would just be a good idea. It's never a bad idea to get more Sanyo practice. Sanyo is like a huge make or breaker. Again, this is the rhythm I gotta get back into. Just getting used to practicing this shit. Or like doing a session, dying to things, and taking note of what do I think I should practice based upon what I was dying to. Not just like what did I die to the most, but what's important for me to like practice to get a better session next time. You can also run games for Wine, which is a more generalistic tool to run any Windows program on Linux, but of course being more generalistic means it's less specialized, so games don't run very well like they do on Proton. Touhou games are overall pretty simplistic, so Wine does a good job. Okay. Yeah, there's not too much going on with Touhou for the most part, so it do be working. Nice. Look at that reading. Yeah, the nons, like, again, if I'm actually playing well, I should realistically never die to these nons. So the fact that I'm dying to them today means I am not playing very well. Yep. My reading on non 2 is just not what it needs to be. Well, okay, to be fair, I say you should never die to her nons. I mean, you should never die to Nons 2 and 3. Non 1, if you die to that, that's fair. Non 1 is essentially a spell card. Non-free, nons 2 and free are like very easy to read with just like little adjustments. And you can misdirect them too if that makes it more comfortable for you. But if I'm being honest, I'd prefer to just take them head on. So again, it's the same practice as always. Try to get 3 victories on good old Sanyers. On Cocker Spanier. I'm trying to make her, trying to give her like a dog name for some reason. Meanwhile, something like Monster Hunter World, which runs pretty much flawlessly on Proton, would have wine begging for mercy. I was like, please, I'm dying, Squirtle. God, I don't know. Again, I have too many games I want to play right now, but a small part of me is like, man, I would want to play some Monster Hunter again at some point. I never got Worlds when it was on sale. I got Rise because I played that on Switch when it came out. And then like, was it, one of my friends ended up getting into Monster Hunter later. And they're like, oh man, no, you should get like either Rise or World on Steam because I have both. And we can like play that together. And I was like, okay. So I got Rise and only Rise. Because I was like, yeah, I was already playing this one, so I can just keep playing it. And then I feel bad. I have not gotten to hang out with that friend in a while. I've just been busy. It's all like, I'm always glad when I get to hang out with them. But like, I don't know. That's just how life be. It'd be hard to hang out with people. Ow. Well, also, like, I have to actually coordinate shit, and I'm not good at doing that as well. But yeah, we at least got to play it together one time, which was fun. Bro, what was it? I think bro played Longsword and actually, like, had to learn how to play the game. I played Dual Blades, so I don't gotta learn shit. And I know Longsword is apparently one of the easier ones to play. In fact, a lot of people shit on Longsword. But, I don't know, man. He had to keep track of, like, a meter or some shit and, like, actually, like, counter the boss. Like, I don't know. I felt like he was putting in a lot more work than me with my longswords. Or, not longswords, dual blades. Can you imagine just dual-wielding longswords? You can't go back after playing the Insect Glaive. I maybe should try Insect Glaive once. The footstool thing you were talking about seems really funny. You got the Iceborne DLC because they're on sale for a bundle for €10. Yeah, no, it was so cheap. Like, there was a time where they were both so fucking cheap. Like, they were $10 to get the game. And it's like, what the hell? And you wish you could because 70% of your Insect Glaive gameplay is just me trying to get the red essence. I have no clue what essence is. Maybe I wouldn't want to play Insect Glaive. That sounds too complicated. I have to get something called a red essence? I don't know. I'd rather just press my demon mode button and just wail on the monster. That sounds more fun to me. It's a lot less thinking. There was a time World and Iceborne were so fucking cheap. Oh, wait. Oh, really? Oh, they're still cheap? Oh, I thought that sale ended. Oh, really? Okay, damn. I thought you meant, like, you got it, like a little while back. Okay, never mind. I guess if I wanted to get World, then I could just get it. I don't know if I'd play it right now is the thing. I don't know. I'd have to see. I'd have to see. Yeah, I know people really like Worlds, though. And then... yeah. There's World. I was playing through Dose. I was having some fun with that. I know Dose is, like, abysmal to play through, but I went through it with that I know Dose just, like, absolutely bullies you and, like, just kicks you into the dirt. I forgot I'd already died once. But, like, I went into it with that mentality, so I had to find time with it in the little bit that I did play. Yeah. What also helped is that I never really got that far. I beat, like, the fucking... The farthest I got in the main story was, like, beating a Cephalos or whatever. Or Cephadrome. Whatever the adult version is. The one that you have to use sonic bombs in order to be able to actually fucking fight. There's that, and then, yeah, I got that far on my own, and then I did a little bit of, like, multiplayer as well, and the highest level thing I ended up killing was a Gypsaros. I wanted to kill the Gypsaros because I was playing Hammer in that, because Hammer just looked really fun, because it just does a ton of damage. And it was literally just, like, there's, like, a 1 in 100 drop to get the next upgrade I need on the Gypsaros. So I wanted to farm that, and then I just kind of didn't, and I haven't picked up the game since. Yeah, so now I have, like, 2 weapons that I can, like, potentially play between. So whenever I play Monster Hunter, I either play Dual Blades or I play Hammer. 2 of the most non-thinking weapons in the entire world. Doing a special sale for World, selling 30 million copies worldwide. But they usually go that cheap for the summer and winter sales as well. So I can wait until winter again, and it'll probably also be on sale. I might do that. Let's go to the mid-boss. I feel like I was struggling a little bit on the mid-boss as well. Go for free caps on the mid-boss. One. I know I mentioned this the last time. Something I realized, because the last time you brought up Monster Hunter or whatever, or like the Insect Glaive in Monster Hunter, I mentioned like a Pig video that got released recently on Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. But I realized I never actually mentioned the bit that reminded me of, or I never explained like why specifically you mentioning Insect Glaive reminded me of that video. There was a bit in that I loved, where it's fucking, what was it? Like the character he was playing as, he called like Granny or whatever, and eventually he had a bit where he called her the greatest greatsword main in Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Just because of like an amazing, like a once in a blue moon, like double charge slash he managed to hit on like 2 fucking Rapaloses. But then it's like, he called her the greatest greatsword made in Freedom Unite, and then someone joined call, and it was like, no, you are not the greatest greatsword made in Freedom Unite. You're actually Monster Hunter Freedom Unite's greatest insect glaive main. It's like, it's like, what? That's preposterous. Here, I'll prove it right now by, it's like, I'll prove I'm the greatest greatsword main by ending this monster here right now. It's like, he goes to charge up the fucking, like, the charge slash, and then before he can, like, hit him, the monster gets, like, attacked by a random Vespoid in the cave and dies. It's like, the true greatest greatsword main has revealed themselves. Area free Vespoid. I just love. Hello, Phantom Bugger. How you doing? What the fuck? Is that in reaction to was it the portion of the video? It's like level 3 Vespoid. I love that because I was like, what did the monster die to? And then they played back the clip, and you can see the Vespoid just for no fucking reason attack the monster. Oh, the cursor. Yeah, I don't know why that happens either. Hilariously, on my monitor too, the cursors are like on top of each other, but in the OBS they're separated. I don't know why. Like, both of my cursors right now are hovering over stage portion, but in the OBS, like, the main one's over stage portion, then the other one's under mid-boss. I don't know why. I have no clue. What do I want to practice? I guess I should practice Yellow Rice and Jimbo, but, like, I kind of want to do some stage 4 boss practice. I like getting Misamaru practice in. You assume you have it windowed, but on OBS you have it scaled up? Actually, yes. Exactly, yes. Also, I'm not at the boss. I was like, man, why isn't the boss loading? Because I didn't fucking select it. Or I guess... more or less, well, technically I have it scaled down, not scaled up. Because on OBS, this is the size it would be if I was just playing the game in its default size. But, on my actual monitor, I have it at, like, 1920 by 1080. So I think it's the opposite way, where it's, like, it's scaled down compared to, what it would be on my actual monitor. Whoops. Sam plays Touhou at a 16 by 9 resolution. Bro rocks at him. No, not the rocks. I wanna rock. I love. Misamaru has you covered, don't worry. Shut up. No, she doesn't. She doesn't got shit. Oh, no. Ahaha! She don't got shit. I got those Mr. X on fucking lock. I got those on lock, my guy. I got those on lock. Alright, yeah, that's a kill. So again, the goal is literally just to get to her final 3 times. Not to beat her under these conditions, but just get to the final, at least. If I can do that 3 times, then we're good. If I kill the final, that's just a fun bonus. I mainly just want to get to the final. This is the real reason you made Suika to throw rocks at you. Yeah, and I only get hit by them sometimes, so there. Now listen, we all know the only reason you play Suika is so you can do that funny grab move. That's the only reason. If that move didn't exist, you would never play that character. Took me until the previous spell to notice that you have Yomu over the Reimu mod. Yeah. Shit took me, well, okay. If I'm being honest, I didn't actually know how to mod it in myself, but I got given a, what was it? I got help. Because originally I wanted, Marissa over Reimu, so, what was it? I got help getting a sprite sheet of that. Like I got given a version of the game that has a sprite sheet that has Reimu's sprite sheet replaced to have Marissa, and then eventually I was like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if I had Yomu? So I replaced the Marissas in that sprite sheet with Yomu, and also I replaced the portraits, which replacing the portraits took me fucking hours, by the way, because I had to try lining that shit up pixel for pixel. All right, nice. But I did get it working. It does work. It's very funny to me. So, I'd say it's worth it. Nice. Why is my game lagging so much? Recently played EOSD on Repract using its hitbox tool, which seems more accurate than the standalone hitbox mod. Really? Okay. I wonder how it's, like, more accurate. I guess, like... Nah, I don't know. Oh, it's not offset by a single pixel? Oh, because I guess lining it up. Yeah, they probably had to line it up by hand. And I imagine lining up by hand is, kind of difficult. Ah. I thought that would go over, or under me. I didn't think it hit me there. You know, in my head, I was like, oh, I'd love to see what a hitbox viewer looks like for this spell card, but I don't even think I need one. Like, the yin-yang orbs literally just are the hitbox. Like... like, I'd go from seeing, like, the full circle to just a slightly... like, a ever so slightly smaller circle. Like, probably about, like, 2 pixels smaller. So I don't need a hitbox viewer for nothing. Nice. Alright, please do not lag again. I would appreciate it if you didn't. I would appreciate. Can we preach? Can we both preach? I'd preach. I'd preach, you'd preach, we all preach. There we go. Thank you. Much appreciate. Much appreciate. Yeah, she doesn't want to... I didn't see that one there. She did not want to play the video game with me on that one. That's called the corner of a bubble. Right, imagine installing a visible hitbox mod for USD to make things a bit easier, and you suddenly start dying to literal air. Yeah, I think the hitbox mod alone is slightly offset, but the Rui proc one seems dead center. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, well, because I do know, what was it? Yeah, hitboxes in EOSD were all just, like, squares, essentially, right? Squares and rectangles. So, yeah, some of those hitboxes are just fucked up. Knife hitboxes are really funny. Fucking... Yeah, the bubble hitboxes, you... Like, what was it? Generally, in this game, I can't trust hitboxes as much as I trust them in EOSD. Or like, just in some of the older games. But, like, the bubbles are the one exception. Bubbles in this game, I trust infinitely more than I trust in something like EOSD. If I'm playing EOSD, those bubbles terrify me. If I'm playing this game, those bubbles are my friend. EOSD hitboxes are wacky, but that's because it's a 2002 game. Bullets having funky hitboxes is kind of unacceptable. and you will die to air. It's like, don't think you're safe from the air. The air is the most dangerous of the hitboxes. I already forgot what non I'm on. I'm doing a great job. 2025 game, by the way. Yeah. Yeah. Again, I'm like... I want to know... Because, like, for the USD remake, I'm so curious as to what those hitboxes are going to look like. I'm so curious to know what those are going to look like. And also, I wondered... The number one thing on my mind that I want an answer to is, do you think that Cheer No Cheese will still work for Non 1? Like on Looney. Like, you know how you can, like, head sit or whatever, and that works? I wonder if they'll try, like, fixing that. I don't want them to. I love that strat so much. It's one of my favorite headset strats for any boss. And I feel so sad if they got rid of it. I feel so sad if they got rid of it. But they might. Like, they might do something to make it, like, anti-cheesable. I mean, all it would take, I guess, is just making Chirno's hitbox bigger. If they make Chirno's hitbox bigger itself, then you wouldn't be able to head sit as close to her, so then you couldn't do the cheese strat. That'd be a simple fix. And it wouldn't affect casual game. It wouldn't affect casual gameplay at all, literally just because you're not gonna... During most casual gameplay, you're not going to do that. You know what I mean? No one playing the game casually is going to be like, what if I sat on this boss's head? Do you think that would work? Like, no one does that. It would only affect people who know the strat, and I'd be really sad. I was a little too slow on that movement. Unfortunate. I had the right dodge in mind. That's still a practice win against Misamaru. That's a practice 2 miss, so that's not bad. And that was the third one to get to our final. I think for new classic hitboxes are probably modern standard, but on a classic version will be like the original. Yeah, probably. I do like that they're adding that. That's pretty cool. It's intended to be a faithful recreation, so it'll be possible in one version or the... They'll be possible in one version or the other. Yeah. Classic version will... I'd be surprised if it wasn't a big classic version, unless they just, for some reason, wanted to change the hitbox there, too. Also, this is Zun we're talking about. Do we really think he'd fix anything on his game? Well, but is Zun the one making it? I didn't think Zun was the one coding it, though, right? I know he's helping make music, but is he making the game itself? Hey, shrug. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, I don't... Because he's working with... he's working with another team to help make it. So we don't know how much of the game he's actually working on. He could just be doing music. He could just be doing... We don't know. We don't know what he is or is not doing in this game. He's like, listen, I already made the game. Y'all make it now. It's like, I'll give y'all support. I'm the backup, man. Like, if he did that, I mean, no, I don't think anyone would really be able to say no to him. Like, you know, he's been doing this shit for over 20 years. Like, he just gets to do what he wants now, for the most part. He doesn't get to do, like, whatever he wants, but, like... He's earned himself some leeway, you know what I mean? I should not have been able to dodge that like that. I don't know why I'm like... This is the most disgusting Jimbo dodging I've done in my entire goddamn life. What is this? This is... I got through all that, and then I ran directly into a Mentos. Okay. Listen, in my defense, I thought I was going to get around it. I thought I was going to get around it. I just don't have hope for anything new in this series. I think the USD remake will be sick. It's just going to be USD again, but, like, with improved sprites. I like it. All right? That's going to be cool for me, at the very least. And do keep in mind, I'm the motherfucker that likes Udolg 1.0. I enjoyed Udolg. I thought Udolg was fun. The new Hifu album coming out next month has an arrange of idol why can't I read this word? Idolatrize World. Which song is that? Have hope. Please have hope. Also, that's a cute emote. Oh, it's KQ's theme. Oh, cool. We'll be able to finally own EOSD in 2026. That will be nice. That will be so nice. I know, what was it? He lost... Because I think he doesn't have the source code for Touhou 6, 7, and 8. So this would be like a well into the future thing. But it would be cool if remakes also happened for 7 and 8. But we'd have to see. It would probably entirely go on, like, how well this does. And even then, there still has to be motivation to make it. Which we'll have to see if they have the motivation to want to do that. Because they don't have to. We're already getting USD remake. Like, that's already sick. This is just, like, the small part of me being like, well, what about Touhou 7, though? I swear to fucking God, if we get a remake of IN and Yomu gets changed in the slightest... Just, like, if she doesn't play exactly like how she did in IN... I am going to lose it. I'm gonna flip my shit. Why have I gotten really lucky yellow rices this section? I threw that yellow rice. Like, I was overwhelmed by it, yeah, but, like, I was done with the hard part. I just needed to not move up there. Like, I capped yellow rice mid-run today as well. That was more difficult. I shouldn't have gone left, though. I should have just stayed where I was, admittedly. I didn't need to go back into that. There was a wall there. I didn't need to engage with that wall. I was a little too far to the left. Whoops. Entrust this world to idolatrized world. Okay. I believe based on the description of the new Circle Shanghai Alice reprise, they want to bring more than just EOSD into the modern audience. Oh, yeah, yeah, right, they did make, right, of the new Circle Shanghai, yeah, Shanghai Alice reprise. You know, I did forget about that. Yeah, that is the name. You know what? Yeah, that would make sense then, if they made more than one. They make, like, a whole new name, and then they're like, alright, that was it. We reprised the one game. We are done. Don't forget that POFB is, in fact, on Steam. Oh, no, yeah, I know. I own it on Steam. I don't play it on Steam, but I own it on Steam. So, like, yeah. It's just 6 through 8 that is, like, that the source code is lost. Again, I do like that these remakes have, like, a very good reason to exist in the fact that it's, like, you know, no one can realistically own these games. Or, like, in the fact that they're a lot harder to get nowadays. Like, a lot of people will get games through... Like, if a lot of people who have PCs will get games through Steam. So just having them there for, like, international audiences, or, again, I assume even just people in Japan who don't want to get, like, a disc of the game. I imagine that's a lot better. So, like, there is a really good reason for these, like, remakes to get made. Because, like, again, every other game you can get through... Every other game in the series now you can get through Steam. And it's... Like, these are the, like... 6 of the last 3 games remaining. So if remakes were to get made of all 3, then suddenly you have an official way to play every Touhou game through a, like, very easy to access vendor. Assuming you have a PC. Well, and to be fair, you don't even need a PC for the USD remake coming out. You can, as long as you got a Nintendo Switch. Again, Touhou on a modern console gets me just so excited. Like, that's gonna be sick. A mainline Touhou game on a modern console. All right, well, we'll do one attempt at the good old Mr. Mams. Oh, also it's on PlayStation. I didn't even know that. 105 degrees Celsius. I'm sorry, what? What is this? Hold on. Let me translate this. Exclamation point lurk. I thought I set up a thing for that. Whatever. We know you're lurking. There's a comment on one particular upload of a song that says, entrust this world to Super Idol. Hold on. Google Translate. Not even the smile of a super idol is as sweet as yours. Not even the midday sun of August is as dazzling as you. I adore you at 105 degrees Celsius, pure as a drop of distilled water. That's what it says. I can only truly put into words how much I hate the first part of the name of Keiki's theme because it always makes me think of, like, Japanese idols. Yeah. I can imagine that's annoying. Not the type of idols the song is actually referring to. Yeah. Alright. Do one old good attempt of Mr. Mams. Mr. Owl. Nice cap. Couple misreads in there, but that was fine. Yeah, my gameplay's a little shot at the moment. Wow. Wow. Just the worst dodging I've ever done in my life. Just the worst successful dodging I've ever done in my life. The worst dodging I've done in my life that is somehow working. That was terrible. Whoops. Yeah, I cannot read her final very well. I'm pretty bad at it. Wow, you're pretty mid. Thank you, RT Game. Thank you. Practice 1 miss is never bad. Judgment. Thy end is now. What happened? What did I do? What a week. Because I died to the final? My end is... What happened? Die! Someone being executed? I hate idols so much. They'd be so much better with horse ears. What? And horse tails. And then before doing a concert, they ran like 70 miles. Oh, I get it. Oh, I see now. Oh, it's all about... it's all about Uma Musume, is it? Oh, wait, or dropkicked you like Nino's Prime. Oh, so that's what y'all are referencing. Oh, that makes so much more sense now. Oh. My end isn't... MFW, my end is now. No, we're just ultra kill pill. No, same. I just, yeah. Now I get it. Now I get it. Just sharing the one brain cell we have. Who's the horse girl who does the drop kick? Minos Prime, obviously. Gold something? Gold ship. The ship of gold. Alright, admittedly, I want 2 more Jimbo caps. I want 2 more Jimbo caps. I got 1 Jimbo cap, I want 2 more. Gotta become Monster Hunter Freedom Unite's greatest insect glaive main. That's the only way I'm gonna beat Jimbo. Let's get it, boys. I don't know why I thought that would be safe. Cap Rainbow Pablo on normal unfocused. Who? Who? Or this guy? Cap this guy? Who's Rainbow Pablo? That does sound funny, so I might do that, but who is that? Oh, the stage 5 mid. Wait. Oh no, Fairy Wars stage 5 mid. Wait. No, Fossilized World. Oh. Oh god. Oh, that dude. Oh no. Not him. Yeah. Oh, wait. Fossilized Wonders? Oh, never mind. Yeah, the Pyramid of Infernal Meek, according to yourself. I do remember Infernal Meek, yes. I think that's common of other people, too. I feel like I've heard someone other than you refer to it as Infernal Meek. You're on Lunatic? I cannot Lunatic. I mean, to be fair, a no-focus capture is still pretty good for that fucker. I haven't seen him on normal in forever because I haven't played Fossilized Wonders in forever. Might still be funny to try. I might try it as a last second thing. I want hold on. I want one more cap though. I want one more cap on this guy. You have cap Rainbow Pablo, unfocused only on normal. Therefore I can as well. I shall see. I mean, wait, who did you use? Well, actually no, I asked that as if I'm not just going to pick Marissa. I'm still curious. So who'd you do it with? I've done nothing on Fossilized Wonders, but I want to flex as well. I'm gonna mention you knew a non-8 120 FPS timer. Okay, that is pretty sick though, and it's a pretty good thing to flex about. Never a bad thing to flex about someone like that. Why do I do this? I know where I need to move. I just gotta move. I got to move and moving. They got to move and moving. We got to move and moving. We got to move it. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Get fuck. Mirror normal no bit. Normal no bomb on EOSD with reprack. Hitbox dies to icicle fall. Oh, shit happens sometimes. Listen, my LNB on fucking my LNB on Tall 10 dies to non 2. Sometimes you just die to shit. Or Hina non 2, I should specify. I remember uploading that to yeah, to fucking Touhou Replay Showcase, and they saw the non 2 def and they were like, what? How? They were so confused that a successful LNB in that game had a miss to non 2. I think the idea was like, you didn't reset after that, but it's like, nah, bitch, I made it to stage 2. I ain't resetting for one dev. I got all of stage 4 to make up that ground on. I had so much time to make the run better. Like, sometimes you just die to something dumb, and that's just how it be. Yeah, I realized I said non 2, and then I was like, I didn't specify which one. I was like, oh, wait a minute, I should probably do that. It's like, you know, non 2. Everyone knows non 2. It's like, well, they do, but which one? Oh, you know. It's like, I don't. You know it. Carolate, you all farted. You just quit the game. You're like, I'm done. Nah, I can't. I can't do it. Don't worry, you won't have to deal with my shenanigans for long. Hold on. Let's go to whatever, properties, and change it to this one. Oh, dear God. It's so big. It's so big. Shrink that. Shrink that shit. There we go. Now, expand. Close enough. Please use GH Pro. Yeah, I was going to. I just had to set up the game first. Delete some files, please. From what? From everything? Your hard drive should not be in the red when you have a terabyte. Yeah, well, okay, a lot of that is taken up by Steam. A lot of, like, hold on. And this one, I'm sharing files with someone else, so this won't be, like, the perfect representation, but, like, at least, like, half of, hold on. At least half of these games here are mine. Let me show you. At least half of this library is mine. I have a lot of games on my computer. I have a lot. Yeah, I got DDLC. I showed my dad for DDLC. Not very original. Hello, how you doing? I see you are a fan of Aya. Alice would be proud. I see a little doll queen. Yeah. What was it? Crown made me get that. I had some fun with it. So it's a pretty enjoyable game. My desktop is very clean because you're good at organizing your files. Ignore the part where you swapped your OS like a month ago and you have nothing on this computer. You're just that goated. You love Little Doll Queen LSD. It's pretty good. Yeah. I guess this is what I always use. Alright, so stage 5. You thought there would be a sound message? No. It's just a statement. It's just a statement of where your priorities lie. Alright. So you can never escape the Aya squad. Oh dear God. You know, maybe frogs wouldn't be the best thing to use. I got pretty far though. Fuck it. Yeah, I should at least equip the thing that would make it so I'd have more damage. That'd probably be good. Which one does that again? Which one makes it so that I have more unfocused damage? Or, I mean, unfocused. Increases focus. So this one? Unfocused. Nice. I don't remember. Oh, wow. I never beat a run with. Or, oh, no. It's because I'm already using it, right? Okay. Well, I got asked to do a to try capping this mid boss unfocused on normal. I'm supposed to be playing 18, although if I'm being honest, I've been streaming for nearly 3 hours, so I think I'm about to call the session. I just wanted to do this as a last minute fun thing. DKOs don't count. DKOs don't count. Recommend Reimu R1, but what would I gain from doing that? What would I gain from winning with a character that isn't Marissa? Except for in Touhou 18. Don't worry about Touhou 18. Touhou 18 is the one exception. Easy game. I did it. Big damage. Yeah. I'm able to be going for like an extra hour. I was just making sure I got in some practice. You get a support stone that actually does something by switching to Reimu. Oh, right. This doesn't work with Marissa, does it? Wait, does this not do anything? Wait a minute. Wait, does it not work with Marissa? Hold on. Alright, I'll try it once with Reimu. Oh, wow, I have fuck all equipped on Reimu. Listen, I don't play as Reimu. This is good, right? And then this would work now. Well, we're dealing a lot of damage. Holy shit, it dies so fast. Holy shit, it dies so fast. It dies so fast. Admittedly, the non-focus move doesn't affect that much. God damn, why do I have to want to play a fucking low tier? Why does this happen to me? Son, give Marissa back Masters for— No, listen. You're all laughing at me, but when EOSD Remake comes out and I'm still playing Marissa, that's when it's truly my time to shine. Marissa's really good for 1cc. She's just not as good at, other parts of the game. No. I just— Phantom Buggo just wanted to— just asked if I could try doing, the state— if I could get or try capping the stage 5 mid-boss on normal without doing focus. That was it. that was it. We're still doing 18 LNBNC. I legitimately, I don't think I could die happy if I didn't, like, with how far I've gotten runs in 18 LNBNC, I don't think I could die happy until I've gotten it. Is that an exaggeration? Probably. But that's how I genuinely feel about it. That, like, I'm not giving up on 18 LNBNC. I literally took a break for like a test that I was taking for like an exam, and that was it. Like, I'm back now, and I do genuinely want to keep playing and getting better. It's like, no, not a cloud conflict. What are we gonna do? All right, in any case, that is gonna have to do it for this stream. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you have a good rest of your time. Goodbye.